This is question number 5 of January 2025 Unit 4. Let's get started. Peat bogs are waterlogged areas with low pH. Pollen grains in peat bogs can be used to determine the types of plants that grew in a particular area in the past. The diagram shows the type of pollen, like the shaded areas, found in a site in the New Mexico. Cereal crops and beans are a source of food for humans and their animals. This is a diagram. It shows the pollen, like the type, the number of the abundance of the pollens in the year from 4000 to 2020, 200. So let's see the question. Explain why the abundance of these types of pollen changes as shown in the diagram. So why does the abundance of this pollen changes over the time? You can see that over here it is written that cereal and beans are source of food for humans and their animals. So due to humans, they start to farming cereal crops for their as their food, as well as beans, and that's why the number of the pollen increases with the time. At first it was 0, but then it increases with the time because humans started to farm or grow these types of plants. And the number of trees, it decreases because they started cutting it for more civilization, like building homes and education system. That's why the number of pollen for trees started decreasing. So let's see the answer. Pollen grains from cereal crops are being to appear when humans started farming or growing cereal crops. An increase in pollen from cereal crops and beans suggests that more food was needed to feed a growing man and the population. Pollen from the trees decreases as more land was cleared for farming or trees were cut down to build shelters or settlements like buildings and homes. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. In 1950, the preserved body of a man was found in a peat bog in Denmark. The man died over 2000 years ago. The graph shows the maximum and minimum mean temperature and the mean rainfall in Denmark. So this is the key for maximum temperature, minimum temperature and rainfall. Okay, so this is the graph. It shows mean temperature, it shows mean rainfall, and this is the time duration. Which is the difference between the maximum and minimum temperature in May? So this is May and this is maximum temperature. The gray one is maximum temperature and the white one is minimum temperature, and this is May. So from here we can see the value 1 over here, and so this is 8 and this is 16. So 16 minus 8 is 8 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the difference. Now let's move on to the next question. Explain how the conditions in the peat bog preserve the body of this man. Use the information in the question and your own knowledge to support your answer. So what was the condition in the peat bog that preserved the man's body? We can say that the body was preserved because the condition in the peat bog was not favorable for decomposition. Like the cold temperature caused microbial enzyme to work very slowly, which slows down the decaying process. The peat bog had a low pH, like acidic condition, which was not suitable for bacteria to grow or for enzymes to function properly. So these things can be the reasons. So the block was also protected the body from the insects, animals that could have destroyed it. So let's see the answer. So this is a 5-mark question, right? So you have to be more creative in the exam hall. I know it's tough, but you have to, the candidates have to, they have to think out of the box, and for more marks you need to like describe it a little bit of more. Like whatever you have understood from the question, you need to write that. For some questions like 5 marks, 10 marks. Okay, so let's see the answer now. The body was preserved because the condition in the bog were not suitable for decomposition. Cool temperatures caused microbial enzymes to work very slowly, slowing down the decaying process. The bog had a lower pH, as I said before. The waterlogged environment meant oxygen levels were very low, creating anaerobic conditions. So some bacteria cannot work in that condition, which also slows down the decaying process. Without oxygen, microorganisms could not release enough energy ATP through respiration to survive. The bag, sorry, the bog also protected the body from insects, animals, and scavengers. Okay. So this is the end of question 5. See you next question. Bye bye.